flying from one continent to the other. Not bad. That's a shame.
What's up guys and welcome. You are watching Fazi Fitness. So let's start this video with the latest physique update from Martin-Fitzwater. So looking at that front double biceps, especially look at his arms. He is a genetic freak because just 2 years back, the arms were his weakest body part, and the feedback that was given to him by the judges was to work on them more frequently and bring them up. And I have to say, damn, he did. He is the number 4 bodybuilder in the world for a reason. And I do not think anyone is touching him at this upcoming Prague Pro. Because first of all, his body seems so fresh, even after traveling to a different time zone. He is looking so impressive with several days to go before it's time to hit the stage. So him along with Sean Carrera, they will be representing the short guys in this lineup. But considering that Martin was able to beat a guy like Andrew Jacked, and that too so convincingly at this past Miss Olympia, and the fact that he is just so damn complete from every angle, he is gonna be super hard to beat. And no wonder his coach Stefan, he gets calls from so many guys, so many of the current RB pros to coach them, because both these guys, they have been smashing every show they have entered in the entire 2024. The star of this upcoming Prague Pro, and not just this upcoming show, the star of bodybuilding at the moment, the most anticipated men's open debut in the recent times, that is gonna happen this weekend. And Chris Bumstead releasing this throwback video posing a while back, that is just a glimpse of what to expect from him at this upcoming Prague. So this is the first time ever in Chris's pro career where he used the rebound phase, and that is why his final package, that is kinda unpredictable. Maybe he looks a lot better than all of us are expecting, but just being a lot more fuller. Because let's not debate the fact that Chris Bumstead has the best symmetry as well as the best structure in this upcoming Prague Pro lineup. But I have got to say this can also backfire in a sense that we are all used to seeing Chris Bumstead super shredded and absolutely ripped. I mean, he has always came in so dry in every single Miss Olympia. So Hani Rambo's coach, he was extremely satisfied with how cbum looked after that long flight to this year's Prague, and they still have a few more days to go to dial him in before it's time to step on stage. So we will love to see cbum take 1 year to really grow into the men's open class. I know that's probably not gonna happen, but looking at the transformation that he did from 2019 to 2020, when his bag just changed altogether. So just imagine him using that same motivation, same drive, to be an open guy and not restricting his growth, his food, or anything else. But now, we look forward to this upcoming Prague, which is gonna be a show to remember. Behrooz Tabani posted this physique update on his Instagram story, and we really have no idea why he did not do any of these post-Olympia shows, including Romania and Prague. So the only reason I could understand is that he prepped for just way too long, and his health just did not allow him to diet for another 4 to 6 weeks. Because the fact is he was dieting all the way till this year's Miss Olympia, all the way till the peak week, hoping to get his US visa. So this could have been a great opportunity for Behrooz Tabani to go up against the number 4 best bodybuilder in the world. A chance to showcase everyone that he belongs in that first Olympia call-up, that he belongs in the top 6. Because the way Behrooz Tabani was able to beat William Bonac at this year's Dubai Pro, and that too so damn convincingly, that simply meant that he was a guaranteed top 7 Olympian and probably higher at the Olympia this year. Now whether he will ever be able to travel to the US, or is that gonna remain a dream, as of right now we do not know, because it has already been 3 years. Yes, you guys heard that right. He was qualified for the Olympia for the last 3 years. And that is why he needs to take every opportunity to compete, especially when there are big names competing in that specific show. So let's see what show Behrooz Tabani goes for next. And that is probably gonna be sometime next year. Next up we have another update from Big Ramy, definitely cooking something, because there is no reason for him to load up that leg press machine up to a point when there isn't even any more room for even a single plate just to maintain those squats. I don't think that is the reason. There is a lot of money to be made at this upcoming Arnold 2025, and maybe that is why Big Ramy has been training so hard and so heavy in some of these recent training updates. So it doesn't really matter what the judges felt about Big Ramy and how he showed up at the Arnold 2023. Because Big Ramy himself and so many other legends of the sport, they believe that the Arnold 2023 version of Big Ramy, that was one of the best looks of his entire career. Now personally, I feel like his physique started to degrade after 2014 Miss Olympia, when his coaches, for whatever reason, they kept on feeding him and this theory that he needed more size. That did him no good, because his waistline got progressively wider, although he did get bigger over the years, but so did his waist. That 2014 version of Big Ramy, that was truly a great physique from every angle. And looking back at some of his performances at Miss Olympia stage, it seems like he was held up to very high standards because of Phil Heath, just like all those other guys were in Phil Heath's era. For instance, I have to say he looked absolutely amazing back in 2015. Now we all want to see Big Ramy go for another show, because we the fans, we saw how much he was able to improve after just a few months of that stem cell treatment, from the Olympia 2022 to the Arnold 2023. So by 2025, it will be 2 years since Big Ramy stepped on the stage last time. So if that comeback has to happen, it would happen next year, not any later than that. Next up, we have an update from Tonio Burton, who pulled out of this year's Miss Olympia despite having qualified by winning Cali Pro this year. First of all, let's admit that the man looks mind-blowing, especially for that weight. 260 pounds in the off-season. That is a lot of weight for him, and something he has never done before. But he's still looking so separated and so round, and that too with deep abs. So Tonio Burton has a crazy looking physique. I mean, he was a top 8 guy in the world last year, and the only reason he pulled out of the Olympia this year was to get bigger, and he has been chasing that goal for months now. So this has been the first real off-season for Tonio Burton since 2021, the year he transitioned from 212 to the men's open class. So first time giving his body the much needed break, and his plan is to place top 5 at the Olympia next year. Which only means one thing: he is gonna have to beat some very great bodybuilders of the current era, like for instance Andrew Jacked, Hunter Labrada, and maybe Nick Walker as well. However, I do not agree with his statement that he could have cracked top 5 or top 6 at the Olympia this year.
Truth be told, we could have been competitive this year. Not that the lineup was weak or anything like that, but I believe a lot of the strengths we have and a lot of the shit people were lacking at the Olympia, we definitely could have crept up in that top 5, top 6.
Because Hunter Labrada is the one who placed 6th in that show, and Hunter was truly on for this one, like we never saw from him before. And Hunter would have outmuscled Tonio Burton by a lot. So Tonio with the added size for next year, that might be a totally different story. So hit the thumbs up button if you liked the video, and smash the subscribe button if you wanna come back for more. Thanks for watching.